Welcome to this tutorial on preparing your Word document for Atticus. In this video, I'll walk you through the essential steps to make sure your DOCX file imports smoothly into Atticus so your chapters, subheadings, scene breaks, and notes all import exactly the way you'd expect. Remember, a couple of simple steps to prepare your Microsoft Word document can make your upload to Atticus look simple, like this instead of this. So, with that, let's get started. Before we look at the steps of preparing your document, I want to show you really quickly a couple of Word features that make preparing your manuscript so much easier. Now, depending on what version of Word you may have, some settings might be in slightly different locations. However, you can always Google where to find them if it doesn't appear as you see it on my screen. But these Word tools make this process easier. First, I recommend turning on the navigation pane, especially if your book uses chapter titles. To turn this on, click View from the top menu, and then make sure there is a check mark beside Navigation Pane. This allows you to navigate within your book quickly and easily, jumping to designated chapters. The second feature in Word that is extremely useful is the Show Formatting Marks feature. When turned on, this will show you where you have paragraph breaks, page breaks, and more formatting elements used within your manuscript. If you click Home from the top menu, you'll see the paragraph button. Click it to turn this function on and off. Having formatting marks visible will make the next steps much easier. Now that we understand the different settings, let's get into the steps to preparing your manuscript for Atticus. As Atticus imports your file into the body section of your book, it's important to note that including your front matter content like a title page, copyright page, and even table of contents isn't necessary, and it's best to remove these pages from your Word document before importing. Pages like a dedication or even introduction can be kept and moved directly into the front matter section after imported. Your chapters will be renumbered in the body section of your book automatically. It's important to make sure your chapters separate properly so that our system can pick up on your chapters correctly. Starting with the recommended way, your first option is labeling your chapter titles using the default Heading 1 style. The second option is to ensure each chapter title is written in 20-point font or larger. Or lastly, you can insert a page break between chapters. If your book includes chapter titles, we highly recommend that you format your chapters using one of the first two options. If you ensure all your chapter titles are either tagged as a heading 1 or by choosing a font that is a minimum of 20. Atticus will know where to start a new chapter and also where to place your chapter titles within your book. If you don't use chapter titles, a simple page break between chapters works perfectly for our system. Now that your chapters are set, let's discuss how to get your styled formatting into Atticus. If you have subheadings in your book, you can apply any of the Word default heading styles 1 through 6, and they will import into Atticus as so. Once imported, you can adjust the style for this subheading from in your theme settings, which we will cover more of in another video tutorial. Something to be aware of when choosing a header style is to ensure you are only using the default style options rather than creating your own custom one. Custom styles won't translate correctly over into Atticus. It's also important that you format your scene breaks before you import. If you use 3 asterisks right aligned without any spaces in between, Atticus will automatically convert those asterisks into placeholder scene breaks. Once imported, you can quickly customize your scene breaks into ornamental design elements and apply this to all the scene breaks in your book with just one click. Finally, if you plan on having footnotes or endnotes in your book, you will have to set them in your document as footnotes. Atticus imports footnotes easily. However, endnotes will not translate over to our system. From within your theme settings, you'll be able to adjust these back into endnotes as needed. So be sure to convert any endnotes you may have in your Word file into footnotes directly. Again, you can switch these back to endnotes once inside Atticus. If you've gone through this tutorial and are having trouble getting your manuscript to import into Atticus, here are a few extra steps to check. Sometimes online bookstores like Amazon will not accept links inside your book. If you have added hyperlinks to your manuscript, we recommend removing all hyperlinks from your manuscript file before you import. Then place all of your links directly into Atticus. This ensures they will be accepted by online bookstores and e-readers. If you have a lot of images, or even a few large images, your document may be timing out before it can be properly imported. We recommend that you save all your images into a separate folder and remove them from your DOCX file for the most efficient importing. Once your book is in Atticus, you can import and format each image individually. This way, they can align perfectly with your vision without interrupting your importing process. Atticus fully supports images once your manuscript is inside the app. Lastly, ensure you are using the correct file type. Atticus only imports DOCX files. The X at the end is very important. Any other file type, try resaving it as a DOCX and try to import to Atticus. This time, your manuscript should import smoothly. And there you have it. With these quick and easy steps, your DOCX file can be easily imported into Atticus, with your chapters, subheadings, scene breaks, and notes all looking the way you wanted them to. If you'd like to learn more about writing or formatting, be sure to check out the rest of our videos and training on our tutorials page. And, as always, happy writing!